I'm gonna tell you. Alrighty. La 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 la. It's just so funny. How are you? Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where I'm weird and we get woo woo. We're gonna pull some cards today. I have like amazing spiced cider for today. Trying to see. Give me just a hot minute. I'm seeing if there's any energy I need to be picking up on. They were singing a song for me, or playing a song, however you want to say it. Do you really know how it feels? I want to know, do you really know how it feels when you're all alone? Let's see if it comes into play. Oh, Lord, my big old belly. I'm going to figure it out. Just want to know. Okay, let's see about that song. What is that song? Hold on, guys. Little Green Eyes. And I wonder if you know how it really feels. That's the song. Give me a hot second, guys. It says that it's like, Anastasia? Okay, guys, hold on. Anastasia? Do y'all know the song that I'm talking about? Hey, everybody! Everybody joined in. The theme seems to be love lately. How's today looking? Oh, good Lord. Left outside alone. Is that what it is? Why is it so hard? I don't. Okay. Yeah, it's by Anastasia. It's called Left Outside Alone. All right. Okay. Hello. Okay. Wanna breathe, can't find air, thought you were sent from up above. Oh shit. But you and me never had love. So much more I have to say. Help me find a way. And I wonder if you know how it really feels to be left outside alone when it's cold out here. Well, maybe you should know just how it feels. Oh shit. All my life I've been waiting for you to bring a fairy tale my way. Been living in a fantasy without meaning to. It's not okay. I don't feel safe. Why do you play with me like a game? Always someone else to blame. Careless, helpless little man. Someday you might understand. There's so much more to say. Oh, help me find a way. Oh, Lord have mercy. And all my life I've been waiting for you to bring a fairy tale my way. That feels like thinking somebody's the one and them not. Like, that's weird. That's weird that's the song that came. Okay, Spirit. They've been playing it. I didn't know that fucking song. I didn't know that song I just knew that one little lyric that they so, and I wonder if you know how it really feels. We're gonna focus on that because that song's like wow. But I know for certain they wanted. I want to know if you. I wonder if you know how it really feels. Okay. Right. Let's see. Okay. Let's get started, guys. Mm-mm. I mean, I can feel something over here. None of them are speaking to me. Okay, I see that one. I feel like the whole, like, I feel something pulling on this hand. Okay, it's this hand. Right hand would be like you're giving, like what you give out, like what you put out, so to speak. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, you're getting nervous that that song has manifested, or is a manifesting song, or like what? Like it's indicative of something to come? I love that everybody was trying to chime in with a different song. Okay. 8 of Cups. Oh, okay. Having to, but it feels like, feeling like having, okay, but in this song, it's all about having to walk away from like the fairy tale, like what you thought was going to be. Ooh. Like, do you even know how it really feels? Like, I get the feeling with that lyric, it's like somebody who's never alone, never short of companionship, never short of how do I say this, like somebody to fill the time, to fill the void. And so if you never have really been like, if you've never really felt empty or isolated, do you even know what it is? Your ego so big that you don't even know what it feels like to be alone? Like that's what it feels like to me. Like so, like, you know, like it gives me, I'm sorry, the feeling of like not Princess Diaries. There was the one, or whatever it was when I was in my early 20s, where it was like the ugly duckling girl who gets all really prettied up, and so or the jock, the popular guy in school, starts dating her, and she suddenly turns into this thing, and you know, and it's like everything's a game to the other person at first, but then they fall in love. Like that's the snippet they're showing me. So there's a movie that does this where like it was all a joke at first, right? And then he sees her beauty and she starts to blossom and everything else like that, and she thinks that she's found a real connection, only to find out later that it was like he's in no short supply. So like he doesn't have a clue how it would feel to her, or how anything would feel to her. It's like, I don't just have people clamoring my door. You do. Do you even know what it feels like? Like, it's what it feels like to me. Like, that's what it's, they're like one person who doesn't have a clue because they're never in short supply. And so, and you know how people will use individuals to fill a void so that they never feel it. They don't even recognize that it's there. They keep themselves so busy. And it's like the other person who doesn't see value in that. And so they feel their emotions. They, you know, instead of like placating them or detaching from them, it's kind of like that is what it feels like to me. That's what that song is like. Do you even know how it really feels? 8 of Cups and a 7 of Wands. This is walking away from something because you know your fucking worth. Like, I'm worth more than that. I am not going to stick, like, this is the epitome of letting go of that codependent type of nature. Because the codependent person would stick around, right? But what if, or it could, and I just want to. I want to make sure that we exhaust every effort. I want to make sure. And so they overgive, they overplease. They're the people pleaser person. They just, they compensate. And it's like, Seven of Wands is, I know my fucking worth. Took a lot for me to get to this place, the Six of Wands. So Seven of Wands, I'm going to do what it takes to maintain that shit. I'm not compromising. I have self-respect, self-love, confidence. I don't need this. So somebody's walking away from something they thought they wanted and maybe held a lot of regard or emotion for, but it's not worth it at this point. It's not worth sacrificing your self-worth for. So that's what somebody has done. That's what somebody has done. That led to apathy. Four of Cups. That liminal space between what was and what will be. In this one, though, this Four of Cups isn't so much an unwillingness to accept the new thing that's coming in. It's not even not seeing it. Because in this one, you've got the Three Cups, and it's almost like you've added it in. Like you've accepted it, you've brought it in. This is a change. This is a change of, this is like not a change of trajectory. This is a change from the norm in tarot. Like they're giving me this idea of, instead of walking away from the Three Cups, and instead of just going towards the One Cup, you've combined everything. Like you've done something different. Like it's the idea and notion of there was two paths and you're like, fuck that shit. I make my own. And you just, like maybe not many people would have chosen this approach. Usually people see something in a very black and white, either or type of energy. This is not quite letting go of the past Three Cups. Because normally you're kind of like, I don't know, I've done everything I can here. I don't know what else I can do. So it's funny to have an 8 cup where you completely walk away from something, but here you're not choosing one out of all of the 4. You're choosing all of it, which almost feels like I'm going to leave things open. Like I'll take this and I'll just see where it goes. I take this, not necessarily closing down a particular door. Maybe that was the problem, that you didn't shut down a door, that you didn't shut something off completely. I don't know. We're going to explore that, because over here we have the 9 of Swords, which is all the mental exhausting gymnastics that you can do in your head, the tension and the worry that you can feel and experience that preoccupy you, with the 6 of Pentacles. And it feels like being worried. It's funny because I'm thinking like being concerned about having what it is that you need, the resources, the capacity or capability of something, being concerned that things are so out of balance, or concerned with how to bring something into balance. Or it's or like you've been so concerned and worried about how to get out of this. Because the Six of Pentacles would also be like that reciprocity. Could it have been that it was a situation where there was not, like I said, over giving, over whatever. So then why does the Four Cups not feel like in this one? Because normally it would be like, okay, the Three Cups aren't giving anymore. They're not, that's great. I hit that, but what's next? You know what I'm saying? But this is also almost like building on something rather than letting it go. So let's find out. Let's ask. Oh, I wish they would stop. It's like over and over and over again. We've got Golden Universal, the World, and the Two of Cups. Is it having walked away from something or someone, thinking somehow that I deserve better, but never fully closing the door to it? Because this isn't not engaging. This is explain the Four of Cups. Why is it like this? Oh, so it is. It's almost as if you are like using something from the past as a building block. Remember I said it feels like you're adding two, because that's what's happening here. You've got the Four Cups together and they're all there's something about whatever you having walked away from, for the sake of your self-worth, something that you were emotionally tied to because you chose you over the situation or person, that is only adding two. Like something about those past Three Cups adding to the cup that's coming in. And if you are concerned and worried about reciprocity here, then it's almost as if whatever lesson you went through before or whatever you endured is going to ensure that you don't have to, like, it's almost as if you're going to take that lesson with you. It's not a lesson wasted. Because maybe if you were to turn, it's almost like you don't want to shut the door on that. Like you know how some people go through something and go, I don't want to forget. I don't ever want to forget what I went through. I don't want to forget at all. Because somehow it is embodied in you, or it helps to guide your actions and your choices, and it is like now forever and always a part of you. It's like that mistake won't be made again. Because we have a Two of Cups coming in exceptionally fast. God. Look, just because I entertain one love reading doesn't mean that we get to have back to 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 back. I mean, I know, here's the thing. This whole last little bit has been talking about your people coming in, your soul tribe, your connection, your network growing, having that relationship with people, having connections, period, again. And of course, within that's going to be love. It's going to be, reciprocal relationship, like romantic, is what I'm trying to say. So I can't say anything really, but okay. Like, I'm not going to it's going to guide and help me in making my decisions and going for that which will. Look, there's the X. Usually the treasure is behind the X on the map. Like he's got the world in the hand and he's taking the actions and going the direction. He's choosing the passion that will be reciprocal and fulfilling. Okay. This is taking the actions towards what you want and desire, which is a relationship. You walking away from someone or something sets the tone. You know, when we are putting things out into the universe of what we want, and sometimes we can say all kinds of things and we can go through the motions, but our energy says something completely fucking different. Words. Like you're in some level of integrity here where it's like, I'm not kidding. I will not accept. Like that was not a lesson wasted. Ever. Like it is a part of how I operate and move from here on out. I am not letting it, I am not closing down like the normal Four of Cups where there's that, but I am not leaving those motherfuckers behind either. I'm taking that with me. Yeah, because with the two of, so you're only willing to take action towards that which is going to be reciprocal. I say that because you have love incoming. You have a love romance is going to be something popping up for whoever I'm reading for. Because we have the Three of Wands, which is your ships coming in, because you took the actions that where you chose yourself. So maybe you were in the liminal space for quite some time, but you were like, I'm not easily forgetting that this time. Like some people will leave something toxic and literally jump right the fuck into another thing that's toxic, or they'll repeat that one that pattern where it's like, well, like they got to have something solid as a reason to leave, and it's like, no, I see the signs early. I honor it and I choose me every fucking time. I don't sit there and get to the point where I'm forsaking the self or handing over my power, and then finally I'm like, okay, I gotta go. This isn't good for me. No. And if it means me staying out the game, then I stay the fuck out the game. Okie dokie. So you took the actions, you established it, and this is you sent it out there. You're like, nope, spirit, I will not even date. I don't know why I'm saying this until somebody worthy comes along. Like this, I'm not, I had that yesterday. Like, I'm not doing the little stuff, right? So here we are. Ships coming in because you chose, right? Because you chose. You stood by it. You know your fucking worth and you're not compromising. You don't care if you emotionally, I liked it. No. And Eight of Cups leads to Nine of Cups, correct? So we've got a love romantic offer coming in based upon the tone you've set with the universe. This is so beautiful. Like you took the time that was necessary to actually heal. Like at no point were you willing to compromise on speeding things up. You're like, nope, I still feel resistance. I'm not doing it. I'm not good. Like you were not lifting the green, like you weren't gonna wave the green flag like as a go until you're ready. Because look at this. The Strength card, like you really had to integrate and conquer whatever that inner beast was that resulted from the thing you left. And there was a massive amount of healing. You went back in and you started following your North Star. And now you are ready. Page of Wands. You actually have the desire now. They said curiosity. Which makes me feel like somebody's not going to do any massive moves to try and get this, but they are kind of, I'm open to it. Yeah. So somebody's in their Queen of Wands. So she holds the energy, you know, of what she desires. She emanates it, but she doesn't chase. It's as if you feel intuitively ready. Like the kind where you just feel it internally. You just feel at ease with opening back up to it. Give me more on the Two of Swords here. So we've got one coming in, Two of Swords. I love this one because this Ten of Swords is the acknowledgement that the things that you endured and went through, you played a part in. Obviously, somebody could have stopped from throwing the swords. But this one right here, instead of it being in his back, like, oh, I just had no clue, bitch. Yes, you fucking did. Like, you allowed shit. And I know it's difficult to accept responsibility, even if it's just a minute part, but yeah. And so here's the thing. This is approaching something from a completely different, this is accountability and accepting responsibility and still being open. See, you see the fact, I want you to pay attention. She's got the two swords. They're not crossed, so the truth isn't somewhere in the middle. There's two truths here. Okay? You could continue to debate in your head and go and do the whole like good versus evil, pros and cons, I'm not so sure, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. But you just intuitively know. You know that you're ready. And rather than play the victim and continue to stay in that energy of just like putting the swords in your own, it's almost as if this person walked right into it. Like, I feel like things went on longer than they had to. Okay. They went on longer than they had to. And you could stay. You could stay laying down there. You could say, no, I'll make decisions based upon this. But no, you're going to be open and willing to receive and curious about what the possibilities are. Okay, so tell us about this love offer. Is this like, what does this individual need to know their part and role in this? Oh, hey, a little bit too on the nose. Okay. Curiosity is exactly where spirit wants you, though, is what I want to say. It's funny. As a Thoth, right? This is the tarot. And it felt light. Now, look at, I mean, it's kind of a little bit grim. It's kind of like weird and quinky dinky and things like that. Light and airy is not the thing that I would use to describe it, but it felt it. Something about this decision actually feels good. To remain open, curious, in a receptive state. So let's find out about the Knight of Cups. I'm curious about that. You see how it landed on top of my hand? And I was like, oh, okay. And I picked it up. Prince of Cups in this deck is the Knight of Cups. What? They knew where I was going. Cups is, ooh, squeeze me. I'm sorry. Are we doing a telenovela? I have a whole other fucking story behind here. We got the Knight of Cups with the Eight of Cups. And I keep feeling, and I'm like, no, that's not. I'm over here asking many questions. I'm like, okay, wait, that doesn't feel like a past energy. Like, oh, somebody you've already walked away from this Knight of Cups. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel old. I'm like, okay. Because I'm like over here, like, but the door wasn't shut all the way. I see this Four of Cups. I see you fucking looking at me, dude. And then I'm like, did the Knight of Cups just walk away from somebody? Because we about to get dramatic if that happened. They just told me to pull some more cards. Squeeze me here. I'm asking about the Knight of Cups, and I'm over here like, what? What does it mean? We have 3 cards here that have already come out. We've got the Knight of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Okay, we could be Captain Obvious here. Knight of Cups is coming in because you chose to walk away from something. So now your true ships get to come in. That doesn't tell me nothing. Why did I do it? Why? It's not the fucking Knight of Cups. It's the Page of Cups. You don't want to know how I figured it out, guys. I probably shouldn't have cards like this on YouTube because apparently everywhere is fucking sensitive, but it has boobies. Like boobies. And I saw the boobies and I was wondering why it had boobies. Because that makes it the Princess of Cups. A love offer. Okay, that would just be like an expression of love or a love offer that had to wait for you to walk away from something. Still sounds telenovela though, but I feel a little embarrassed that that's what made me shut up. Okay, I know y'all be like, whatever. Why has it got boobies? That's where my ADHD brain goes, but at least I caught on. The fact that they let me go on that long, because usually they interject. Okay. So now that I have my head hung down in shame from that, see, when I do stuff like that, I was on a roll, and I'm in my head now. I'm like, why didn't you tell me that? Let me talk like that. Let me get back into it really quick. Page of Cups, Eight of Cups. Well, Page is new. It is new. It's just budding, Ships come in, and at the top it has virtue. Then we got the Emperor over here. Okay. There's an Emperor with the Five of Wands that has been struggling, an emperor that's been struggling, that has had their attention pulled. And then we got the Moon, an emperor that's been struggling with fears, subconscious things that dictate their patterns, struggling to work with something that was subconscious in nature, kind of that overshadowed their motivations or their trajectory. Struggling to work through some things that were like emotional, like a spiritual struggle. Emperor that's been going through some kind of like a spiritual emotional struggle here. What's that got to fucking do with the they've had to deal with some level of like they've had to go through some kind of like transition period. I want to say the emperor is going through or has gone through. They just corrected me. Thank you. Through some kind of transitionary period from that rocky waters, like the struggle. And then we have the Son of Swords. So they've had to deal with some level of self-deception as well as, I want to say, deception, manipulation from somewhere else. So like a path, maybe for them, the same scenario applies. Yeah. I didn't even know what the third card was, the star card. So okay, we're back to the mirroring shit. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm so sorry. So we've got, unless who I'm reading for is the Emperor, by all means, it could be this one of the same. But look at how this thing like she's wandering around with her cup, wanting to offer it, wanting to start, wanting to take a leap. I want to know the connection. I want to know the connection from the Page of Cups to the Eight of Cups. If there's been a level of like having to walk away from something or leave something behind, or because over here, this is like out of self-worth. Over here, this is almost like, this is like new love that presented that somebody has had to walk away from for the sake of virtue, wanting what like to get what it is that they were wanting. Because the three of wands over here was your ship's coming in because you chose to stick with the actions that chose you. You know what I mean? Your self-worth. The Page of Cups could be just like, I keep getting like liking the newness, you know what I mean? Liking the newness of a relationship, because the Page of Cups is that. It's that initial, where you kind of, where it gives you this feeling and stuff like that. And so is this the person that jumped around? Like in that song, I said, it feels like somebody had jumped around. Like there's one person that's like, must be nice, right? And then over here we have the Page of Cups, which is the newness, and like almost feels like maybe too quick to want to get in because they're just so it might have like the appearance of a player, you know what I mean? Like somebody who's just like good, like one thing to that, and so like they're just, or somebody who's just too easy to give their cup away because they're so eager to love or so eager to believe in the newness of something and not giving it time to evolve and develop. And that says something because now there's like from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. That's a change. Yeah, they've had to walk away from that. Like this is like the love of love, the love of that feeling, and having more hope for something than you should have. You know what I'm saying? Because like projecting onto a relationship all what you really want and desire and not seeing it for what it really is. And so there was a level of that having to walk away for the sake of virtue also. Okay. Thank you. Now, I mean, that does make sense. Knight of Cups, please. I would really like to know about the Knight of Cups. Storm and Tarot. Like, what is this? Because this is evolved. There's definitely more selection and sincerity in their offer of love. Because before I would have been like, somebody was all too quick to give their cup away. And so there's a level of sincerity here. There's been obviously some healing. And that makes sense for the Seven of Swords to mean not just deception from somebody else, but self-deception as well. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. And I can't say that I feel like the cards before is who I was talking about. It might, for somebody out there, it may be the same person, but it feels like, again. Yeah, okay, so somebody had too many options. We got the Seven of Cups. Like, not, I don't, and so just kind of like, okay, so this is somebody that's got a lot of fucking options. Oh, do you even really know how it feels to be left out in the cold? That just feels like somebody waiting for the other person to realize something, though. Somebody who has options. This is it. Somebody's had lots of options, and they'll get easily confused about who to provide, who is safe to give their cup to. And so there's been mistakes. And it's only amplified by the Three of Cups. The Seven of Cups with the Three of Cups is lots of opportunity, lots of Three of Cups, if you're talking about love, can be like too many people in the room. Too many people. Like, I think of like socializing. Like, you never really, like, this is either like, I get the feeling of like lots of people wanting somebody. And so like having an endless supply. Because the Three of Cups is like going out and like getting lots of attention and having lots of fun and never really having a lull, right? And then we've got the King of Pentacles. Like somebody who has a busy social life and has, like, they don't ever, like, they can run from things if they wanted to. Okay. But I keep getting this underlying feeling like, don't let that fool you, though. Like, why do you think they keep running? Because they do know what it's like to feel alone. That's why they're so quick to want to give their cup. Like, ooh, this feels good. Oh, and it's like, and having to do a lot of healing to mature, to become the Knight of Cups, to be a little more discerning. A little more discerning before you give that cup away. Getting up on that horse to have a higher, better perspective and not just wading right through somebody's waters. Like, whoever this is has may fill their time a lot with people. And not just partners, like friends. Like, let's go out and do this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's a lot of... And here's the thing. They're a King of Pentacles. They can. Because they can. You ever wonder why sometimes Spirit will strip us of everything, even our financial resources? Because would we ever do the same? If I had the money just to get out and go and do other things and satiate myself in other manners, would I, if given the chance, would I, if it was like, you need to go through this hard struggle to work through all this stuff to purge this shit so you can come out the other side for a love, I'd be like, fuck that shit. Doesn't sound good to me. I'll just have fun the rest of my life. I don't need love. Somebody's not ever been put on timeout, feels like. Not really. Because they could. Like, this is such a social energy, like out potentially partying or out networking, or they've got so many options around them. So many options. There was a struggle. There's been a struggle. May actually have caught, like, it feels like this emperor took longer to work through something because of that, because they never really experienced a full-on timeout. This emperor, whatever they've worked through, who is the Knight of Cups now, and you got to understand, you can be an emperor of your life and still be kind of Knight energy when it comes to knowing when, where, how to engage and offer your cup of love. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can, like we at different levels in different areas of our life, okay? Okay. But they're finally at a better, and they're sincere. I got to be honest with you. So they're looking for somebody sincere as well. Oh, like, I just want to say, whoever, I feel like saying, whoever I'm reading for, if a player offers you their cup, and by player I mean somebody who is capable of monogamy and has sought it out but just hasn't really been successful at it, maybe made some poor decisions and stuff like that. You may be like, what the fuck? Because they just wanted love. Like, it's the love of love feeling. And so if it gives the indication, because they're always constantly surrounded by people, but they're also trying it out, and it seems like you're like, God, you'll just try it out with anybody. That very gives, and it's almost as if it's like, that's not, they were a little emotionally immature. Not because they didn't have a big heart or a lot to offer or to give, but because of their, this is the tiniest flame. It's almost indicative of like the Ace of Wands or the Page of Wands. We have the Fool card with the Nine of Cups. Ah, gah! I like your commentary, Sophie. Sacred Clan, the Nine of Cups. This new love will actually be exactly what somebody has been wanting, exactly what you've been wishing for. All right, who's getting what? Who's getting what here? The Empress. It's a whole fucking book. We got the Empress. Who's getting what? The Empress is getting it. The Empress is going to be getting an offer. Wow. And I think that's going to be difficult for somebody to make a decision because the Empress now has the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. And in this particular Two of Swords, she's being split down right down the middle and not letting go of either truth, feeling torn about this, and the torn on exactly how like which direction, what to do, like her actions, like what she's going to do. Torn about what you're going to do with this Knight of Cups. And I think it is from the perspective of just kind of seeing their history or hearing their history or knowing a little something about, you're like, maybe not. And that's might be why this Emperor is getting a whole, like, because I gotta be honest with you, the Empress is the counterpart to the Emperor. And so who's getting this offer? Like, what is the, and it's like Empresses. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay. I just feel that two people had to go through some very similar energies, like lessons, and may have some of the same similar what the fuck stories to share with one another. Got to be honest with you, okay? And had to walk away, choose self-worth, and expect reciprocity. Expect to receive as much as they give. And had to heal as a result of having not been doing that. Now, that could play out and look a little different. Some people isolate and go through hermit mode and won't date anybody else. And other people will just, out of desperation, will have to like give their cup away to a million different people until they go like, fuck, and they level up. Right? So what do you want to say about this love offer? Tell us just more about the love offer. Knight of Cups. That's for real. Prince of Cups is the Knight of Cups. I got it right this time. So in this particular one, we see the moon phases or the faces slowly being revealed. Like you get a little glimpse of them, you get a little more, until you get to see the whole picture, the whole individual. And it's almost as if there was we did have something in a reading where somebody kind of like is aware of somebody, is observing them, taking them in, learning about them, all that kind of stuff before they really, because now they're the knight, they're not just the page, you're not real quick to be like, oh, kind of thing. They kind of want to assess a little bit. And so we've got the Knight of Cups taking a more mature approach because of what they're seeing. They feel like they're getting the full picture. They've waited to offer this until they know. There's something about entering into this that both people are going to have work to do on. We've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about building this and collaborating and cooperating and kind of like this cooperative energy of like, I don't want to say negotiation, but it is a little bit. It's almost like a give and take, so to speak. Starting where you are and try to build something more. There's healing in that. Star card, but the star card almost feels like people being brought back together. Is the Three of Pentacles work? No, I think the Three of Pentacles is more about the work you have to put into this, but it doesn't feel. The effort you'll have to put into this is going to be healing. And it's gonna, it'll be the thing to help close out completely an old cycle and give like new life. I wouldn't be surprised if in this scenario you've got somebody who hasn't been in a relationship for a long time, for quite some time, and then somebody who has seemingly been playing the field or just got out of a relationship. It just gives me that energy of like closing out old patterns together. Okay. Because sometimes the way that we learn, like, what is that saying? You don't know any different until you know different. You know what I mean? And so it's like, there are certain experiences I've never had in my life, and I can only go so close to what it would feel like without having gone through it, right? So I can tap into the idea of the energy, something that I think would be close enough to it, but I wouldn't really know because I haven't experienced it myself. So there's something in experiencing something together. It feels like the two of these people are going to experience something together they've not ever experienced elsewhere. Because I feel like life has been a lesson, is what I want to say. But we have, that was down there. We have success. We have the Six of Wands, victory. Hard won battle. Hard won battle. Tell me more about the Three of Pentacles, because I want to say it's more effort. It's more like, let's do this together kind of a thing. Ace of Pentacles. Is this work? Is this? Like, I want to say no. Intrinsically, it feels like that's not the message you're trying to convey. It's building this new start, a new life. The Ace of Pentacles is like a new life, like wanting to build a new life together. Threes are create. So it's like creating a new life together, like working on it together to have this experience. I just feel like it is. It's a coming together, and it is both people wanting to put in the effort and collaborate and there's another word I'm looking for. I know there's compromise, but it's like anything else. How did this is going to reflect. This is going to be so fucking good. This is the relationship you've been looking for that reflects your self-worth. Both have been on a search. I'm just going to be honest with you. They've not found that higher level commitment and love that like embodies self-respect, self-love, self-worth, confidence, like the thing that builds that. Like, you two are going to help build that in one another. Seven of Wands. Like this is going to be a partnership, a connection, a higher level commitment it's protected. It's reflective of your worth, but I also want to say the two of you are willing to protect this one. How do they meet? How do they meet? I guess some people are going to be coming together. Ace of Cups. Well, that's a little etheric. It's like, because they both come together because of love. They love themselves. How do they meet? Okay, so this is a love that's going to be reciprocal. It gives the energy of hesitation. Both are going to come into this with, it's so funny. I feel like it's going to be fast because we have the Eight of Wands with it that came out with the Knight of Cups. But both people take a different approach at the start of this. We've got the Seven of Swords, which is the positive mental preparation. Like showing up and being able to articulate and express your, what am I doing? Your wants, desires, expectations. Seven of Swords is with the Seven of Pentacles. It's how do you meet? I just saw 222 there. Funny thing in the Seven of Swords. Within this glass case is a rose laying right down here. The level of and this person is like, all these swords are trying to pierce that, right? And this person's like fighting against all the powers that be, right? Like whatever is coming at it. That rose is protected. There's two swords inside of it, though. I'm gonna pull cards on that. There's something they're trying to tell me, and it's not coming through. Like they keep saying delicate rose, and I'm not. Somebody's just ready for it. So we've got the Hanged Man with the Queen of Cups, like yesterday, which was the idea of somebody had to be in a different state of mind. The openness, the Queen of Wands, the Empress, and that somehow that's the idea or notion. That's where the swords come into play, is the different understanding, the different thought process, the different truth. And then the delicate rose would be the Empress. Empress was encased in glass, like in a enclosure, like you would in a museum to protect it. Here, things have been pierced. That's the only reason this can come together now. So has this Emperor / Knight of Cups, while this Empress has been working through her shit, while he was working through his shit, like been waiting for the moment, like in search of the Empress is what it feels like, waiting for the moment to have access? Is that why they were out there roaming around aimlessly? Because they were waiting on the Empress to be ready? Because Seven of Pentacles is about nothing, 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 and something finally breaks ground. Has this Emperor been waiting for the Empress? And in the meantime, just been doing things. Like, maybe the Emperor at some point had to work through something, but maybe the Emperor was a little bit more finished with healing. I don't know why I want to say it like that, than the Empress. Because it's still giving off the energy of everything was waiting and hinging on. I mean, what's the Emperor to do in the meantime? Waiting for this person to arrive in his life, waiting for Spirit to usher somebody in. He's going to go have fun, right? Albeit a little more discerning on whether or not he gives his cup away. Yeah. Somebody had to choose to go through the healing process. We got the Six of Swords. And we have the Lovers card coming out. Fated, destined connections that are meant to come together. The Lovers coming together was contingent upon somebody getting through the Six of Swords. Yeah. Somebody had to go from the Queen of Swords to the Queen of Wands before Three of Wands, your ship would come in. Oh, shit. So when this motherfucking Emperor shows up and he seems a bit cautious and he's like, is this what I've been waiting for? Is this who I've been waiting for? And you learn a little bit about his history and you're like, oh, you a player, huh? What the fuck did you want this motherfucker to do in the meantime? Obviously, he learned his lesson. He doesn't just free willy-nilly. And if I'm saying too, like, he learned not to just give his cup to anybody. He was going to wait. He was going to wait. You want him to just be all like hermit mode and celibate like you were? Oh, okay. Is that why you over here like, oh, I don't know if I want to. I don't know. Is that where your hesitation? Because of what they've been doing while they were waiting for you? Because it feels as if they went as far as they could in their healing without you present. Because it kind of sounds like the two of you are meant to do the rest together. Oh, I know that just irritated shit out of somebody. They're like somebody really wanted this. Oh, okay. Oh, somebody was waiting on you. Universe was waiting on you. Alrighty then. Okay. I got another question, Spirit. If this motherfucker got so many options, tell me about him. I want to know now. Tell me about him. Why is this person gonna feel like, oh, you apply? You know, that's a term. I'm older. Okay, we still use the term player. If you don't, whatever. Okay. Like somebody who likes to play the field, right? Which is nothing wrong with it. We've all done it, hopefully. Oh, like, are there still people grappling over this person? Like, shit. Oh, is that a whole other reading? Ooh. See, this is why I can't just let shit go. I get invested. I'm like, oh, now I got questions. Ooh, when they say the juicy part for last, and I'm like, uh-oh. Like, you might try to be playing the whole, like, well, if they couldn't find somebody in all that time, then, you know, who exactly have they been hanging out with? What kind of quality people they've been hanging out? It's kind of like, I mean, I feel like just as much could be said about you and your hermit mode. I don't know. But I'm interested. I want to know about this. I got questions now. Got questions. Oh, sorry. Little hands. Terry, what? What did you say, huh? What? We will definitely do a live stream together one day. Hello, and I will speak about my journey. Oh, okay. I need to. Oh, that makes so much sense. What makes so much sense, Terry? What makes so much sense? Share. Okay, so, okay. All right. That's it. I'm going to invest in some other card decks because there's like just, I got questions. I need answers now. I need answers. All right, let's use Kipper. I just want to know about this Rico Suave person. Just tell me a little bit. Just a little juicy juice. Because you can go all of that and then like that be that. I don't think so. Like the part about learning life lessons because we didn't get to experience them ourselves. Like that makes so much sense to me. Oh. Adjudication. Tell me about the Emperor. This is like the energy of somebody in charge that gets to make major decisions. That makes sense. Emperor kind of thing. They could have like a high standing position. Like the decision to meet was solely on the Valentine. I told you, bitch. I told you. A choice to meet. Okay. I want to know about the. Give me characteristics. Tell us a little bit about them. Okay. Marriage material. For some, whoever's coming in. Here's the thing. I want to remind people that even when I get very specific, it's still for a lot of people. Some people think you can't get specific without and it not be, it's like it's too specific. It can't be for a lot of people, and it can't, because there's been so many times that I've had people message me or talk about something with me, and I'm like, that was literally this reading. That multiple people, how you can get such specificity and it still be for a bunch of people, and how it plays out, right? There is, maybe this masculine has been in a higher level of commitment before. There was like an unexpected commitment that occurred. I get very unexpectedness with this for the emperor, whoever, that family had concerns for. Either they've been married before, or they like in a really high level commitment before, and family was like, no. Like, with the unexpected, I am getting this sense of like, oh, Page of Cups, too quick to give their cup away. Like they moved too fast with somebody before. It was like this really unexpected higher level commitment. And so family has been concerned. Family is like, false person being let into the home, getting too close to like, this person's going to have family that's going to look out for them. That's like gives me the energy of this person is a big kid. This person believes, when I said that they love, like they have big emotions and they're willing to go there, and they've had to learn how to kind of pull back a bit. I don't care what appearances look like. They've made some foolish mistakes before. Tell me about I feel like somebody let somebody exceptionally close, let somebody in exceptional house. That is like where you live. Like they may have moved in with them too quickly, but they were not good. Like they weren't stable and secure. The house card is all about stability and everything. And like that was a false person. It wasn't good. Thoughts. So this person, it's just, I don't mean to get like excited over somebody's bad stuff that's happened. Okay. I'm getting two energies. I want to say that they ended up having second thoughts. Like they really was like in their head about it afterwards. But this is also like they really contemplate anybody else now. They've been burned. They've been burned. They get really back and forth. So they made I'm going to tell you, whoever this is will think and try to get whatever information they can off about somebody before they move forward, because it might put them up in the head. This may be the last person they came from, which is the reason why they've been playing in the field. Because bad health is all about like the toll that anxiety and stress can take on the body. Like where it finally takes its toll on you, kind of thing. And the courthouse is either they went through a really lengthy divorce and maybe somebody got stuff that they shouldn't. But more so what I'm feeling is I'm feeling like the courthouse goes along with the thoughts, the back and forth, the pros, like the debating within oneself. So if this is somebody who's already seen somebody they want to go after, they're debating on either saying something, debating on whether or not this is a good opportunity. They're trying to figure out if this is a good opportunity. Clarify the gift for me, please. Clarify the gift. It's like, is this person a gift? Is this a good opportunity? I can't get away from that, because a gift can be like an opportunity from the universe, right? And so like they're going back and forth, like just to like, oh, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? Again, the main male, whatever you want to fucking call him, with the child card, which is all about new beginnings, new starts, fresh starts. And this is like the energy of getting back out there. The tower in Lenormand's all about like isolation, but also seeing things from a greater perspective. This is all about new connections, getting out, socializing. Tell me. Ooh. If we're reading alongside this, whoever they were with, they thought, they thought that person was a gift from the universe. That's why they were so quick with it. And I feel like family was like, oh, so whoever is coming in for this group of people thought they found, oh, that was the thing. That was a song. That was the song. Like thinking like the fairy tale thing. Like somebody thought, oh shit. They thought the person was like a gift from the universe. This may have been because when I see the okay. Bad health in the courthouse. It's like the level of worry and concern and fear that they may have for having committed with somebody. Because this is all about contracts. This would be like marriage licenses or divorce decrees. Maybe somebody thought somebody was something to them and it was like they went through the ringer. They may have even thought like there was a soul contract. Oh, so this is a masculine who believes in like either at least destined things or like fated some things. Like that was not, when I was asking about this person, was not what I thought I was going to be getting. I'm just going to be honest with you. I was just all like, ooh, juicy. So that tells us what, see, they don't want to be like, oh yeah, he's so hot. Like, look, okay, this is how I go about it. I'm like, oh, is that a hot person? You know, that's me. Whoever the masculine is, it's that's why they've been burnt. Wish come true. This is also the fairy tale. This is the quote unquote dream that you want to become a reality. The wish. See that it's sailing in the sky in the clouds. Uh-oh. What? I mean, the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, please tell me this motherfucker's done left. Like, no, we don't establish that. It's weird because it's almost as if somebody's dream has changed, or there's been a change to a wish, or like, and here we go with the wealthy man. But also, Distant Horizons is about change of location. It is moving forward. It is pulling up anchor, going somewhere else, and so it's changed. It's about moving or movement. This could just be moving towards. Maybe whoever they're moving towards, this Empress is. They've put a lot of thought into it, though. But it feels like maybe this Empress energy that someone has their eye on is like different than what they had thought they wanted, what their dream was. Because that changed. Someone's desire has changed. Because we have the thoughts card, which is the planning, organizing, that kind of thing. And then to clarify it, we've got the journey card, because I wanted to clarify it. The thoughts is the things that preoccupy our mind. And journey is about traveling, trips, going somewhere. It isn't necessarily the move, but this may be somebody desiring to go after something that they really want really soon. But I can't get away from this whole notion that somebody's wish or dream has changed. What do you mean, Spirit? What do you mean? This person's going to make a move soon. I can't get away from the feeling that somehow this is unknown to the Empress. It has this familiarity and this unknown factor. Okay. Oh shit. This feels very imminent. Somebody, sudden message, sudden communication, some sudden contact. Oh. Okay. They weren't kidding. Between sudden and this, these are the time, like that's a massive timing right there. That is very, very soon. Family room is considered like anything that's in your very, almost like right next to you, in your nearby vicinity, like as in like within the same room as you, like it, which would be the present, like it's within the. expectation, and then we have the high honor. Expect, because this can be about recognition. This can be about acknowledgement. Like the idea, notion of something is going to be elevated. That someone sees someone's worth. They see like the situation, or this is going to improve things. Oh, when what? Oh, we have the child, the gift. One of two things, like they could choose to make, like this could also be like a present, like the present, like play on words kind of thing. The choice, decision, like they've decided it's going to happen. Oh, why do I feel like it's tied into that makes sense, because there it's no longer just a wish or a desire or a dream. They're going to change that. They're taking action. They're going to change that. What the fuck? They're choosing this new option. It's just something new. Okay. Okay. I promise you this is going to be for somebody. I promise you this is going to be for more than one person. This is an idea, notion that somebody's making moves that somebody else doesn't see or expect. Just saying. And it's a change. It's almost like rather than thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, they're going to do. That's the idea. Something in the cloud, like a dream, like something that's not reality yet. They're going to make it a reality. So now they're bringing me back to the fairy tale thing and the idea of like, okay. Somebody's going to be very pleasantly surprised. You may be hesitant, but this is going to be exceptionally beautiful. And it is a match. So if a player or somebody you would kind of go, I'm not so certain, approaches you, know that they're hell of more discerning than they ever used to be. Like they've thought this shit through. And all I can say is it feels familiar yet unknown. Yay. Alrighty. That's that. I will hop off, and I might be doing some recordings and putting them up just to change up the energy a little bit and everything. So if you start seeing some of the messages being posted and I'm not coming live, it's just to kind of like change up the energy and stuff like that, so I can tap into other more expansive messages and stuff like that. So alrighty then. Hope everybody has a fantastic day. I hope this finds who it's meant for, and I will see you all later this week.